Good afternoon and good morning to some of the countries that would be in here. Today we are having 10 minutes with one of our authors, Pastor Minett Lawrence. But before we do, let's look at her book release video. That was a double advertisement. All right, Pastor Minett, how are you?
I am well.
It was quite a journey with this book. How are you feeling about it now that you have a copy in your hand?
Oh, you see, I'm holding it like a baby. I don't let it nice.
Well, hold it up some more so that we can see. Let me see if I can put you on full. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yes.
Even if I do say so myself.
Oh, I know, says the designer of the cover.
All right. So, firstly, tell us about Pastor Minett.
Oh, when you said pastor, I lost
Minett
for a moment and wanted to tell you about Pastor Alph.
No, you can still tell us about Pastor Alph. But
well, it's still an amazing thing to hear that title applied to Minett, because I've been so many things: lawyer, mother, daughter, wife, sister, good friend, that I think maybe when you sum it all up, that is really good experience to take on pastoral duties. But in the professional world, I am known for my legal career. In the business world, I'm also known for business because I've been a telecoms practitioner for many years. I am one of 7 children, the third for my parents. I am a big sister to one little sister and a little sister to several. I have one son born out of my marriage to Lowell Lawrence, but together there are 4 children, 3 of them all older than the youngest, Danielle. And I'm having a fantastic time in this season of my life. I finally got to do something I've always loved. I wrote and published a book. So, Pastor Minett.
Okay, let me just address something here. We have some guests who are coming in with the wrong link that you sent them.
I love the way you said them.
So I'm gonna just add them quickly so I can just tell them that it's
on
to check on the YouTube.
Yes.
So
be
we
gentle
have
to my
here Shanisha. We're just asking you to go to the YouTube channel, The Publisher's Notebook, and you'll see the live stream. So I think you just got the wrong link. So just go to the YouTube channel, The Publisher's Notebook, and you will find the live stream happening right now. So I'm going to actually put you out of the studio now. Something tells me I'll be doing this quite a lot today.
Yes. All right. I know.
No problem. It's not an issue. I'd like to say a big hello to Grashana Kelly, who sent you lots of flowers and hearts in the chat. Please, guys who are watching, don't forget you can post a comment if you want to ask Pastor Minett a question about her book. I see there are 6 people on the live, so please make yourselves comfortable in the chat and talk about what's happening. You really gave a lot of people the stream yet.
Well, last night when you said to me, "Did I share it?" I'm like, "I'm supposed to share it." I did not know, so I shared. I shared as generously as I could on short notice.
Of course, this is So I'm
Yes,
sorry. This is
yes,
a 10-minute chat, but you know we're gonna go longer than that because we have
and
never been able to talk for 10 minutes. Andreen Allen says, congratulations, my pastor.
oh, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Nalini, I see you coming on, but you got the wrong link. Please go to the publisher's notebook on YouTube and you will see the live stream happening. So that's where we are. Okay. Audrey Grant says, good afternoon. It's good to be here. So tell us now, Pastor Minett, what inspired this book? How did you
Well,
get to the year of pressing forward, having to feeling this desire to just put it out there? Tell us first what the book is and then how you got to be published, to be writing it.
well, the book is a compilation of the summarized version of 52 sermons that were preached on the altar of AMI. AMI is my church. It is headquartered in South Africa, Sandton, Johannesburg, and it is pastored by Apostle Alph Lukau and his wife, Bishop Celeste Lukau. Now, how a girl in Kingston, Jamaica, end up to be a pastor in a South African church is the story for book number 2. But
Okay, so we
suffice
won't
to
reveal too
say,
much. Just give us a
no,
tips. A
so
tips.
the heart of it is that I was, myself and my husband and my business partners had been put through the ringer. I mean, everything that could go wrong with our business, um, our project had gone wrong.
Now
And
continue
in addition,
talking. I
yes, I saw that I was,
go ahead.
you were alone for a moment. And
Sorry.
I saw enough of what was happening to deduce that something of a diabolically spiritual nature was taking place in my life and surrounding me. And I wanted the power of God, you know, the kind of power that that makes a path for you in the Red Sea. I wanted that kind of power enter into my situation because I realized that no amount of money, no amount of political influence, no amount of legal maneuverings was making a difference in my circumstances. So I began to pursue God with a kind of vigor that, you know, there are some things that will happen to you that will really send you searching. I searched. My attention was drawn to Pastor Alph Lukau preaching out of South Africa. And my attention was drawn to him by a Jamaican woman who had experienced healing while she listened to one of his sermons and did what she was told, place her telephone on the part of her body that was sick. And she reported to me that her diabetes was cured and her heart, her very sick heart, she had a stent in her heart and her heart was healed. And she was somewhat amazed and confused and perplexed. But I knew enough to say, God heals. I understand that
Okay,
God
I'm
heals
gonna just pause you 1 minute because you know we have to interact with the people
the
who
audience.
are. I've been putting some of their comments on the
Yes.
screen. So Neil Ruddock says that he knows that this book will be awesome, although he hasn't read it as yet. It's on Amazon. Neil, run and get your copy. Okay. A lot of congratulations from Touch of Nature. By
Oh,
Bounce, I suppose you know who that is. Audrey Grant says that power. Lots of claps from Charmaine McIntosh and congratulations from a whole. We now have 20 people in the live stream, and yes, we are encouraging you to post your messages for Pastor Minett, and we will put them on the screen as they come up. So, Pastor, just continue with what you were saying.
yes. So
So
I
you
was
right,
explaining
go
how my attention was drawn to Africa. Um, this woman had experienced healing while participating in a sermon. She was watching it on YouTube, and the pastor said, place the phone where your body is sick. And she was reporting to me with great consternation that she appears to be healed because she knows her body, she knows what the symptoms were, they're gone. And I congratulated her on her healing, and we parted company. But she left me with the pastor's name. She said, you know, in fact, she said, you don't want to know who he is. It's Alph Lukau. He's a YouTube pastor, was how she described him. So when I was searching, I remembered the name. And I said, let me see what this man is doing. Why this woman was able to experience healing by long distance. I never looked away, my sister Sylvia. From the time I visited the channel sometime in October 2019, I did not look away. And when things turned very dark for us in terms of what was happening in our business, we had a company, Carousel, that put up our network to provide broadband internet services. And I knew at one point that my husband and I were going to be arrested because the government had gone in and torn out the network with police and guns. And I understood that so long as I was walking free and challenging them in the courts and in the media, as I had been doing for 3 years, they would not rest unless they really decimated my reputation. So I said, they're going to arrest us. And I fasted for 7 days, water only. At the end of my fast, the Spirit of the Lord said, go to your altar in South Africa. And so I went. And that's how my journey began. So this was 2020. The pandemic came. During the course of the pandemic, my husband and I were taught, prepared, ordained by the church. And then comes 2023, which is our first year out of the pandemic. The lessons taught on that altar changed my life, because at that time we were now just getting our feet wet in ministry, and we still had a number of personal issues. So the prophetic word which was given through the prophet, because Pastor Lukau is a prophet, the prophetic word for 2023 was to press forward. So 2023 was my year of pressing forward. I took it personally. I became involved in preparing the guides for the home cells, because it's a cellular church, so we operate through home cells. And I began to assist in the preparation of the guides, which meant I stayed on the altar. I listened to the sermons. I consumed the sermons. I internalized them. I made sure I had taken in every bit of it that I needed for my survival and for my elevation. And so at the end of the year, I had 52 sermons. And Pastor Lowell, my husband, said to me, put them in one place, you should do a book. So the book wrote itself before I even thought of it as a book. It was written. And then came the business of finding a publisher. I was introduced to you. I bless God for that introduction. And here we are today.
And you know, we faced a lot of challenges with that book. I should tell everyone.
Oh, yes.
You know, I had
every
health
spiritual
issues.
journey comes under
I
that.
mean, it was warfare from start to finish. All right. Since we're gonna go a little longer than the 10 minutes, because the 10 minutes gone.
10 minutes,
10 minutes
yes.
gone already. But you know, I don't like to shut down a good thing. I would like if you could just find any part in the book that you'd like to read an excerpt from.
Yes.
I didn't prepare you for this, I know.
No, that's all right. About all I would need is to get my glasses if I need it. But you know,
and Pastor Lowell can wave to the audience too. I don't know why he's hiding there, because we know that
Pastor Lowell,
you and he are one.
I will do a digital wave.
We're hearing you, but we're not seeing you. Please show your face.
Yes. And lend me your glasses. We're family.
No,
I know you've never
not
had
to do that, you know. You're getting lots of congratulations here. Let me just call a few names. I see Kimon Reed Unstoppable is a fan of the Publisher's Notebook, and she's here in the chat saying hello. Yes, Pastor Lowell, we see you.
There
No
he
more
is.
hiding. Yes, in your Jamaica
She said I
shirt.
should do a physical wave. I just stick my head
We
in.
know it's her time, but you know, we still would like to acknowledge you for the support that you gave her during this time.
God is good.
So Nalini Naidu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is saying
she's from South Africa.
we always win. Hi, Pastor Lowell, we always win. There are lots of awesomes, lots of hallelujahs and congratulations coming from I assume, are you all AMI disciples? Let me know in the in the chat. So this is quite a lot of support you're having here, and please feel free to share the video so that other people can see. Now the book is available on Amazon. I will put a link in the description where it can be found. Pastor Minett, before you read, do you have an Instagram page?
I do.
Pastor Lowell, does Pastor Minett have an Instagram page or a Facebook page?
Pastor Minett, I think, has all the social media pages. Whether or not she uses them, that's another story.
Okay, no, you can't give me too much.
I do have an Instagram page.
Too much laughing here now, because you know that I'm going to start coughing, which would not look good on the interview. So please have mercy on me. Okay, lots of yes, AMI for life. Yes, I seen you guys. I seen you. Thanks for coming to support your pastor. I really appreciate it as her publisher. And bear in mind, she has another book that she is going to publish. I'm just waiting with bated breath.
And there are several writers in the audience. May I tell you?
Hello. Please give them my contact. Thank you very much. I'm putting it on the screen here. Danielle Jones says, "Congratulations, Pastor Minett. Lord, we're super proud of your achievement and resilience."
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. So read your excerpt for us.
Yes. So I'm reading from the sermon which was preached. It's titled, "You Are My Hiding Place."
That was one of my favorites.
It's one of mine also, because to know that the name of the Lord is a high tower and the righteous can run to it and be safe. And this is what was being taught here. Now, how to utilize this hiding place while still being in battle. When they say they shall look for you and not find you, it means you are in hiding, but you are still in the thick of the battle, because we never retire from the battle. We just need to know how to fight in our spiritual zone. All right. So the man of God accurately and with great discernment summarized the prevailing conditions in our modern society as being evident in the amazing transformation in science and technology. Families and society in general are witnesses to rapidly changing human behavior and declining morals. There is a growing tolerance for many previously forbidden things. Personal liberties have increased as individuals feel free to indulge their every desire. There are more options for persons to travel, study, live, and work abroad. Moral values have taken a hard knock. Right and wrong suffered a reversal of roles. Shame is exalted and good is reviled. Role models have changed. The varied expressions of man's evil seem to have increased. Betrayal seems to be a survival strategy today. There is only loyalty to self. Hypocrisy and gossip come easily. It is necessary for the believer to be especially mindful of family members, friends, and those close to them. Enemies today are not far. Worship and deceit flow with great ease from the same tongue, and the hearts of man would terrify us if revealed by God. Prophets, pastors, and leaders seem so corrupted by the issues of life that their word can't be trusted. Slander seems to be a desirable pathway to promotion. We label each other as corrupt or deceptive with self-righteous hypocrisy, notwithstanding the knowledge of our own weaknesses. In all this, the man of God reminded us that what we see in the natural world has its origin in the spiritual realm. And so, in the reality of today, one cannot afford to be normal. We must be wiser than those we see around us in the world. Without such wisdom, you will get eaten like a chicken in the devil's yard. Men and women use spiritual tools to dominate the natural realm. Spiritual energies are released against children of God by the enemy. You have to buy the book to hear the rest.
Okay, so Neil Ruddock says, yes, we are AMI. Pastor Minett is my pastor, wonderful person, and he's not surprised you're a writer.
So may I tell you that Neil Ruddock? Hi, Miss Nell. So I don't encourage my publisher to call you.
Oh, it's Nell. My apologies. Don't want me high gloss. Sorry. And the light is right in my face. Listen, I have posted a link to the book in the chat. Can you please let me know if it's clickable? I don't know why it came up 4 times, but let me know if it's clickable. And it's too long to put on the thing. But the book is available on Amazon in hardcover because it's a commemorative book, as well as in ebook. So you can download the Kindle Reader app from Amazon, and you can purchase the ebook if you don't want to be lugging around a book. But if I were you, because I'm going to get my own copy, I told Pastor Minett
Book
that
is
I'm going
beautiful.
to honor her work by buying a copy of her book. I would like you to support her in this way and to support your ministry. Okay, so any final
Yes,
words, Pastor Minett, that you'd like
yes.
to?
I did not tell you that. So as I grew on the altar, I really wanted to make a contribution of a substantial nature. And
Yes.
so the motivation for writing the book was to donate the proceeds, or 90% of the proceeds really, as a contribution to AMI, the foundation, the AL Partners Foundation, which is a very active participant in the philanthropic work that the church does throughout Africa and elsewhere. So when you buy the book, you're not just supporting the ministry and giving yourself access to some of the finest teaching, which will help you in a very practical way to survive the winds and the waves, but you're also contributing to a most worthy cause. I chose that sermon to read because in it are very useful, relatable, contemporary teachings on how we secure ourselves against some very modern issues. You know, many of us think that demons are for fairy tales, or we're too modern to have certain things happen. But the same old fashioned demon with the horn
They're
is
still working.
walking, still walking, and we still need to be prepared and to be protected.
One of the things I've always said, is Satan is doing his job to kill, to steal, and to
And
destroy. We
right.
have to do ours. We have to pray without ceasing. But not just that, we have to pray intelligently, and that means praying the word. And one of the things I like about this book is that it uses the word, it demonstrates how to use the word and how to apply it to practical living. And even though the year of pressing forward was 2023, I find that everything in it is still relevant for present time. So that's why I would have mentioned 2023 there, because it is relevant. The Word of God is timeless. So, which is why the Bible still resonates with us even to this day,
Still a
because
message.
the Word of God is living and it is timeless. Pastor Minett, I thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us. And for all the AMI disciples out there, please purchase the book. She can't make the contribution if the book is not purchased.
Make that we can't make. They're in it with me. They are
Yes,
in it
you're in it with
because,
her, right?
yeah.
And Nicole, how are you? And what's the other thing I wanted to say? Not only that, the share the information as much as you can. Let people see this interview. Share it on your social platforms so that people can know about the book and purchase it and contribute to your ministry. Now in December, we're having Book Fiesta, which is our annual event. It's an online streaming event, and we'll be hearing some more from Pastor Minett, who has expressed an interest already, even though I don't advertise it yet. But yeah. So December is
Insider.
really from your book month. If you have a book in progress, or if you have a book already published or already written but you have not published, and you want to read from the book and share with your audience to generate some buzz for your book, look in the description. You will see the Book Fiesta registration link. And but give me a week though; it hasn't gone live on the platform yet. So
You're prophetic.
I was doing up the flyers. I was speaking to you, and then I realized the time. So once again, thank you. Thank you, AMI. A big thank you. I love to see support like this for my authors. And I look forward to hearing from some of you. Pastor Minett, please don't be shy with my contact number.
Oh no, I'll be generous. As you can see, I can be generous.
Yes, I have seen that. Okay, so thank you once more, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
This is the Publisher's
Shalom.
Notebook, 10 minutes with, and we don't jump out of the chat just yet, Pastor Minett. And we look forward to more interaction with Pastor Minett in the coming months. Thank you once more. Go AMI.
Yay. Amen for life. Oh, we're still on screen.